alongside Teddy Atlas, and welcome to London, England. We're at the Royal London Theatre for a much-anticipated main event. Scheduled for 12 rounds of heavyweight action. Boy, and we expect this to be a big night of action. We spoke with both fighters yesterday. Fireworks anticipated here tonight. Let's see.
All right, gentlemen, protect yourselves at all times. Let's touch them up.
Remember what we talked about?
Round number one, scheduled for the championship distance of 12. Able to get away from that headshot with the block. If the shorter guy can get to the inside against the taller fighter, how can he do damage on the inside? What should we look for from him?
Well, you remember when you were a kid and you walked downtown in Manhattan, you looked up at the Empire State Building, all those great tall buildings? Well, it's the same thing. You suddenly get inside and you look up and wow, there's a tall building. Start breaking some windows.
Nice defense. Good block by David Haye. Tyson's way off the mark. That punch didn't have a chance. And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round. The big Brit with a fine-looking jab. David Haye scores. Wow, what a right hand he just got caught by, and he's looking to tie up. Stunned, but all of a sudden now, surviving. You see, David Haye can hurt you in so many ways, but the torque on that uppercut, that can be damaging. David Haye can generate a lot of power. This is a very strong and athletic guy, and if that right hand keeps landing, you're going to see the end result of that power. He clearly came in with a strategy here tonight, Teddy, and so many times it's, hey, I'm going to bang that drum.
Yeah, he is banging that drum. That drum happens to be the body, and he figures that he's going to try to move on him, so start doing it early on, and later on, he's going to have a guy in front of him.
Good biting, snapping shot by David Haye. And that's the end of round one. David Haye's got to wake up to the fact that he just lost that last round. And the reason he did was because he wasn't efficient. He wasn't accurate. Yeah, he was throwing punches. He wasn't landing many.
No, he's throwing them from too far away. They're too wide. He needs to shorten them up, get into better range, and use that jab as a finder.
Kid, you know you need to throw more punches out there. You got me? He's outworking you. You're stronger than him.
He seems fully recovered to me. Here we are, the start of a new round, and a fighter that got tagged hard in the last round seems as fresh as could be.
Well, when you push a fighter, when you push a human being to a dark place, that's when you're going to find out what's bright inside of them, what's great inside of them. And he's responding just that way.
Teddy, it seems like with Mike, there's such a commitment to that upper body movement.
Yeah, you know, without that, he's not Mike Tyson. That's what separates him. It's good you brought that up. We've had guys like Ernie Shavers, Big Cat, Cleveland Williams. I mean, they were big guys. They could punch maybe as hard as Tyson. They didn't win a world title. Tyson's vehicle to really get there, to get to the finish line for the world title, was his upper body movement. He'd make you miss, and he would create opportunities for those powerful shots.
Halfway through round number two, Tyson's giving me a sense that he really doesn't want to have the fight the way it was. He was stunned earlier, and now just so much more defense we're seeing out of him.
Well, right now, what I think he has to do is try to get an Oscar. get that award that those great actors get and not show that he's defensive right now, because if he shows that too much, his opponent is going to know what he has to do to take advantage.
Overhand right can be so effective. Mike Tyson's left now getting into the mix. Not hitting his mark there going upstairs. Last 10 seconds. We come to the end of the round. A round that I'm having a tough time trying to think about who won. I can only imagine what the judges are thinking about. Teddy, if there's one thing you look for in a round like that and say, okay, I'm going to give it to this guy over this guy, what is it?
Well, the first thing is, if I'm a judge, I take a little notepad and I make a little mark down, blue or red corner, what he did early. Because sometimes a judge has a tendency to forget what was done early and only go with what went late.
Just stay alert in there.
And round number 3 is underway.
Looking good.
Crashes home with the uppercut. Tyson's done a good job there offensively scoring with that left hand. And he just holds on there. That was nice. He just drew the punch from his opponent, and then a good counter by David Haye.
Yeah, like running through the rain without getting wet. Beautiful.
Tyson's on the bad end of a very impressive hook up top. Little head hunting with the left. A little defense turns to offense by Mike Tyson. He just missed that shot up top.
There you go. Jump on him right now.
Well, nowadays we have so many different weight classes. Used to be only 8 weight classes. Now with all the... He falls victim to that big hook. Well, supposed to be fighting, but instead he's hugging.
One, two.
Good defense, just covering up down low. Now hugging on the inside.
You got this one.
10 seconds to go in this 3rd round. David Haye's blocking ability is doing well for him there. And round 3 comes to an end.
You are dominating this fight. Keep it up. Just keep doing what you're doing. Listen, I want you to pick his jabs. He throws a jab, parry it away, and you'll catch it.
You don't need that. No, throw that away.
How you doing? You okay? Now I need you to use your feet. Move around the ring. You got that? Okay, now let's go. Move around the ring. You got that? Okay, now let's go.
David Haye's enjoying a lead on Teddy's scorecard the first time we look at the scores ringside here tonight. Although early on here, it's not as if either man is in complete control of this fight.
You're still not moving enough. Come on now, move. Move. Get out of the way from the punches. Move your head.
He scored well after being hit himself. Mike Tyson's almost looking foolish that time he missed so badly. He thinks of himself as a home run hitter, Teddy, but he's been striking out tonight.
And he looks like a pitcher who's lost complete sight of the catcher's mitt. I mean, he cannot throw a strike.
Keep working the body.
Fine looking right hand by David Haye. So swiftly able to turn defense into offense. Nice counterpunch.
And what you're noticing here is his opponent is starting to be a little wary of letting his jab go, because every time he jabs, he gets caught.
Oh, good defense there. That was a fine block by David Haye.
Focusing. You're not focusing.
Nice work, nice work.
That's a good left hand by David Haye, and he knows it. Tyson's on the wrong end of a razor-sharp hook. There's that hook to the body. Right to the body. Accurate hook by David Haye. 10 seconds to go in the fourth. This round comes to an end. And Teddy, easy to note here that he wasn't landing a lot of punches. Now he was throwing them up, but it wasn't landing a lot. Is that because of his opponent's defense, or is he just not that accurate of a puncher?
No, it's a combination. First of all, his opponent's pretty slick in there, pretty good at bobbing, weaving a little bit, slipping a little bit, making himself a difficult target, but his punch is a little wide. Needs to shorten them up.
Come on, this is it. You gotta make it a fight now. You can't just move around. You gotta.
Good action here tonight. Both guys bringing their best, and both guys meeting each other stride for stride, punch for punch. Tough fight to score here as we're back underway. Nowhere close, that punch by David Haye. Teddy, what would you recommend based on what we're seeing here tonight?
Well, 2 aspirin and then go. Oh, no, actually, I would say a little counterpunching would be just what the doctor ordered.
That's a better prescription for him.
Body shot, body shot.
Comes right back with a shot of his own. Right to the belt line.
That's it.
Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. A well-timed right hand by Mike Tyson. Halfway into round number 5 here.
Punch, punch. Go, go. Keep it going.
Needs to improve that accuracy. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Not an easy task to floor David Haye. His opponent just did it. That's a good job by David Haye, just showing some guts getting up after that knockdown. Missed that uppercut.
Hook, hook.
Good smooth work by Mike Tyson. That's classic counterpunching.
Yeah, what he did was he pulled that right shoulder back. You know, he just pulled it back, gave him the left shoulder, and then gave him the right hand.
And round 5 comes to an end.
Keep it up.
David Haye's defense is going to need to shine when he gets back out there. I mean, just look at the close-up of that cut we're seeing.
Yeah, he's got to use his legs. You're right, Joe. He's got to get out there and buy some time for those medicines to work.
All right, relax, relax, just relax. You're doing fine. Now you're leaving yourself open. Now you're throwing your punches wide. Keep tight, keep them tight. Feel good? Excellent, keep going.
Well, he got caught by a lucky punch in that last round. It did do some damage, but now you can tell he's right back where he wants to be, fresh and ready as we start this round.
I don't take lightly when a guy gets dropped, but you know what? I think he was more embarrassed than he was hurt.
You know, many times we talk about the fact that, hey, at least he's throwing punches. But that's all you can say in this case because he's not landing many of these.
No, they're being blocked or they're missing. They're definitely not landing clean, and you have to give credit to the other fighter being that good defensively.
He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. If that keeps up, this is going to be a good night. The right hand scored by David Haye. Tyson's left working well that time. Unable to connect by Mike Tyson. Very nice work to the head. The right hand landed. Tyson's rocked by a huge hook to the head. And he returns on that exchange.
One, two. One, two.
Keep moving, come on.
Working our way towards the bell. Last 10 seconds of the 6th. See, that's the work they want to see with the right hand by Mike Tyson. Really fun-looking fight so far here. We've reached the halfway mark. Teddy, your impressions as to what we're going to see in the second half of this fight?
More of the same. I don't think these fighters know how to do anything, at least tonight. They came here with this mentality, and you know what? You can't really change gears at this point. You're going to see more of the same.
Oh, this is a wipeout. You're winning this fight. Just keep doing what you're doing. You got this. Just...
Back to live action now in what has been a closely contested fight. One of those fights that somebody is still waiting to break through and be a difference maker in.
Pace yourself, you're doing good.
Oh, you're doing great.
Uppercut is wide open. Uppercut, baby, come on.
See, that's what you want from his left hand. That's exactly what it should be doing, that left hand by Mike Tyson. Tyson's eye is now cut. Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. Thought he had his target, but way off to the side with the uppercut.
Double up on your punches.
At the halfway point of round 7. Mike Tyson's plan may be to have more urgency at this point because that cut of his just has blood streaming all over him.
Well, there's 3 sides that can be affected. He can be affected himself by seeing his own blood. His opponent can get affected, get a little over-anxious. And the judges, they can be affected a little bit by seeing that kind of blood.
Jump on him right now.
Keep working the jab. Good, good.
Not able to land the headshot. David Haye got shook up right there a moment. Wow! He goes down in the later stages of this round. He's going to try to survive it.
Moving enough. Come on now, move.
3, 4, 5.
David Haye's climb back up from the canvas may inspire him. 10 clicks of the talk. See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. And that's the end of round 7.
This is yours. You hear me? This is your fight.
Keep it up.
It's okay. It's okay. It's all right now. I need you to move this round, all right? Now move. Now he's coming in. Swing. Now you think she's still hurt. He's gonna look to finish you off.
Seven entertaining rounds so far. Tyson's up on your scorecard, but there's still a lot of work to be done.
Yeah, well, he moves his head. Defensively, there's a lot of work to be done because he moves his head, Joe, but he does it with his hands down. And every once in a while, he gets caught clean.
Left and right, left and right. Come on, baby.
Come on.
That was not well targeted by Mike Tyson.
Keep moving. Keep moving.
You got this one.
David Haye's clearly affected by that. Mike Tyson's showing us a great display of one of the best elements of defense, Teddy, and that is your ability to make your man miss by moving your head.
And now what his opponent has to do is he has to understand, hopefully he's been taught this, that yeah, the head moves, but the body doesn't. The body is stationary right in front of you. Right now, his opponent should not be going to that head. He should be going downstairs.
Big uppercut right on the mark. Mike Tyson lands the hook flush.
Keep it going. Nice.
Tried the hook, didn't get it.
In and out. In and out.
Clock counting down here in round number 8. 10 seconds to go. And round 8 comes to an end. David Haye's cut man is going to earn his pay for sure. That is a bad gash.
And I'm wondering what he's using in there. You know, you can only use certain things, Avitine, adrenaline, and thrombin. I'm wondering if he's using legal things right now because that's the kind of cut that tempts you to use crazy glue.
Deep breaths. Deep breaths. That's it. Now listen, I need you to keep working the body. When his hands drop, uppercut the hook. Okay? Hook to the body, uppercut.
Teddy, I got to be honest with you. Based on what we saw in that last round, I didn't think we'd be broadcasting this round. I thought the fight would be over. It may be soon if his opponent can jump on him.
But this could be his only chance. I don't think he can last much longer. Maybe this is the moment where you expect your opponent to come after you fast. Maybe you grit yourself, you plant your feet, you draw a line in the sand, so to speak, and you nail him coming in.
Haye's hit by a big left hand. Boy, I know he's not in great shape, but all of a sudden he's doing a very good job of defending himself.
You know, it's a funny thing. He's fighting on instincts, and sometimes that's a good thing. You know.
Oh, and there you go. David Haye's down, and he never saw that punch coming. So now the question becomes, after that knockdown, and he has gotten up, how does he survive?
Joe, one of the ways he survives is if he's been taught. Have good habits, have good fundamentals been put there. You're going to find out right now, he needs them right now.
Off the target by David Haye. And yet another big shot comes in. That was a big shot that floored him, and it's a big shot that may end him right here.
That looked like the great pitcher, Great Maddox, his sinker ball. Boy, it went down quick.
1, 2, 3,
And it's over. This fight is over. Tyson's power just much too much for his opponent. Another knockout for him. Mike Tyson's fitting end to a very strong night for him.
There is a business component to this game here, this boxing game. And the business component is, yeah, you got to win, but you want to win spectacularly. You want to get people interested, excited. He just did that.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore saying thanks for being with us.